This happened today while I was gone. I had to take the girls to a doctor's appointment. Simon was chewing on me. Hello, Simon. He's eating my hands and my shirt and everything he can get a hold of. She had herself, Grey Duck had herself a big bull calf. He's a big, big boy. Mom looks like she's doing real good. She cleaned. The baby's a little bit chilly because we had a huge barometric pressure drop. And it's around that 30-some degrees today. Not very nice out. And it rained great gobs yesterday. Last night, I think we got so much. The cow yard was pretty much a lake when I checked on the cows overnight. But pretty stoked at the fact that she had this big bull calf. She had him by herself, and she's being a real good mom. Not really giving me too much of a look at him, because that's what good moms do. But definitely loves him. Big old bull calf. Glad to see you, buddy. A little show and tell was required for this heifer to decide where mom's parts are as far as milk goes. I have a feeling I'm going to be keeping a real close eye on this heifer. She gets really, really ravenous and just gets a little bit nutty. But this is Rocket, and she does a really good job as a mom. She's real patient with her calves. She's just a real good all-around mom. She raised a really nice heifer calf last year. Haley is her heifer calf from last year, and I mean, she's a big, stout heifer calf. She does give a lot to her babies. She had twins this morning. I subsequently took one off because I believe that she's a good cow, but it's a lot of work and a lot of craziness for a mom to raise twins. Daisy had twins last year, and her calves did real well. She kept a good close eye on them, but for the first 2 weeks it was kind of touch and go whether or not they were going to stay with her full time, both of them. If I would have done it again, I would have taken one of the calves and bottle fed it, because I think that they would have just done a little bit better, rather than leaving both on mom. But she's trying to be real attentive. Grey Duck has the corner and is pretty well guarding that like Fort Knox. So we'll see how well all of everybody goes with new calves inside the not so grandly sized 3-sided shed. If the weather would shape up, life would be a heck of a lot easier. These calves would have a lot more room. These cows would have a lot more room. But as it is right now, it's not nice. So farming isn't always about what goes right all the time. A lot of the times in farming, there's not great situations. Today might be one of those not so great situations. It's 22 degrees. Judith has just started farrowing, and she's early. She's at 110 days right now of being pregnant. So these piglets are definitely early. The weather's not in our favor and hasn't been for like 2 weeks. We've been calving in the cold, and now we're farrowing in the cold. We run a pasture-based farrowing system, so these pigs have access to the barn, and Judith right now is in the barn farrowing these piglets. They do have bedding, they have all the amenities that they need, except for a heat lamp. I don't like running heat lamps just because you can start fires and burn barns down, and I don't want to do that. It's a really irritating situation that the weather is not cooperating. Last year it was 70 degrees. There was a bunch of grass. They farrowed out on pasture. Never wanted to come in the barn. Last year, or the year before that, was 60 degrees, and there was a buttload of grass then too. It's just, this year is just, it's a rough year. It's a rough year for calving. It's a rough year for farrowing. It's a rough year. So we'll see how this situation plays out. Judith is in the same pen in the same area with Lucy and Rosie. They've been together for 2 years. They've all farrowed like loose, basically. We don't use farrowing crates. Like I said, we use a pasture-based system. So that means that they go and pick where they want to have their piglets, and they get to be moms how they are supposed to be moms. It's kind of one of those things where baby piglets don't do good in the cold. But it's not supposed to be this cold right now. So we'll see how this winds up. It's not an ideal situation, and it very well could be a bad thing. We'll see how it plays out. I know that she has 3 right now out. We'll just cross our fingers and hopefully everything goes well. Maybe Lucy and Rosie will continue to stay in the same pen with Judith. What I've seen today is that they go in, they warm up the piglets that are there, and then they go away again. We'll see how it plays out. It's not, like I said, it's not an ideal situation, and I really wish it wasn't happening. But this is the reality of a farm. Things don't always happen when you need them to happen. They very rarely do, in fact. And for the most part, they don't like to happen how you want them to happen. So I guess we'll just gotta go from there and cross our fingers and hopefully things work out okay. Well, though we had a not so great night with Judith and her farrowing her pigs, this is what happens today. New life comes. So even though we might have lost some, this new life to look forward to. This is June, and she had herself a little heifer calf. Not quite so little, actually. But she's a good mom, doing a decent job of taking care of her. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna get her navel sprayed and get her tagged when the ink on the tag dries. She's just very new. She's about 5 minutes old. Already standing up. This is Mitch. Mitch is Rocket's twin. So Rocket has a heifer that she has with her, and the bull calf we are bottle feeding. And he's doing really good, aren't you? Yeah, he just had himself a bottle. And eventually, when he figures out that he's full, because his brain has to, catch up with his stomach, that he's full. And then when he figures out that he's full, then he'll lay down and take a nap. We do have some water in with him, just to start trying to get him used to that. He doesn't drink any of it right now, but that's okay. We figure it out. Well, Mitch.